Greetings, greetings. How's everybody doing? All right, let me make sure. Is this testing? All right, there we go. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back to another one. I know I'm not tripping on this situation now. Now I know because everybody is seeing the same thing. Former NFL stars are saying Shedeur is saying the situation in Cleveland isn't right. Now, Aqib Talib is saying this and Richie Incognito. So now I know I'm not tripping. I know I'm not tripping now. They see the same thing. It ain't no such thing as like, oh, we let me tell you something real quick. It ain't no doing the right thing here. Kevin Stefanski is not, he don't like Shedeur. I don't think so. And here's the thing, he sees it too, because I saw he posted on his social media. Let me find it. They all feeling it right now, but Shedeur just can't say anything. So let me go well off. Let me see. He posted, let me see something. I think he may have taken it down. Hold on, let me see his stories. Yeah, he took it down. But it was like something about Kevin Stefanski. He won't play Shedeur over his dead body. And he reposted that. Then he also posted how the owner's sons are wearing his jersey number. The owners, I don't know. I don't know if he has told Shedeur we don't want to play this season because we're saving you. I'm not sure what it is, but it doesn't seem, something is not right here. Because if he's feeling Shedeur, he would have been playing already. All he has to do is just play him. It's his team. He can decide who goes on the field as well. He can just tell the coach, yeah, put him in. You know what I'm saying? Get his Jerry Jones on, man. Yeah, put him in. That's the bottom line. Because they could literally still save their season. To be honest with you, they could. But at this rate they're not going to save their season. This is almost reminiscent on what's going on with Juju in Colorado, man. Almost. Because I'm like, well, they need to just at this point, at this juncture, they might as well just go ahead and play the kid. Because they don't have nothing to lose here. Because the quarterback you have right now is not working. It's not working. So you might as well, but I think that kid is saving his red shirt. I think that's what it is. He's saving his red shirt. That's the first time I seen it. You say first time you seen him smile? And he gonna talk about he ripped into the team. The Philly came out in him. Sir, what you ripping the team for and the Philly came out in you? You ain't doing the right things. But I heard, Myles Garrett was pissed. But see, the thing is with Myles Garrett is he the one took the money with a loser. No, he should not be mad. He the one signed that big contract knowing they're losers, that they never gonna win. Now, I don't blame him for getting the money, but he knew what it was. So let's get into what Aqib Talib and them saying and Richie Incognito.
Yeah. So let's give Dylan a little bit of break here.
No, fuck
He
that.
has not been playing very
He
good.
gets no break in
But now you're going to say, let's throw Shedeur in here. How many reps has he gotten? You guys just think you can magically jump in the game and play well in an NFL game without having meaningful reps as a starting quarterback in practice.
But when we talk Dart, he's a superstar when he do it. Maybe he got that Jackson Dart, superstar shit.
That's Aqib Talib talking right now.
That he just crank everybody up. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're looking for here. Let's not talk about Gabriel. We don't give a fuck about that. We know that shit trash. We just want to know how involved is the owners on,
They own the team.
Can they? Yeah, so they could come downstairs at any part and say, hey.
He's actually talking to Jay Gruden. That's John Gruden's brother. That's who he's talking to. And Jay Gruden is trying to give Dylan Gabriel the benefit of the doubt. Skip Bayless, Richie Incognito, and Quib Talib is not trying to hear it.
Put him in, right?
He's the owner.
Easy.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. So I don't lose hope. I think it's still hope there. You know what I'm saying? We know the owner fuck with Shedeur. So I don't give a fuck what you said right after the game. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have this meeting on Monday and shit. Maybe he come down, put his foot down, put him in right now. On Wednesday practice, I want Shedeur in there right now. Hopefully that's what happened because we see what Gabriel going to do. That shit is just beyond trash.
Yeah, it's bad. I mean, the Cleveland Browns have fucked up the quarterback position for years. They're
All right, so this is Richie Incognito talking.
Dysfunctional franchise. And what really stuck out to me was you just get blown out 32-13. Gabriel has a shit day. And then immediately after the game, you're going into a bye week. You got the Jets coming out of the bye.
Yeah, you have time in the bye.
But what we doing?
But immediately you go back to Dylan Gabriel as a starter. You don't take the bye week. You don't take 2 weeks to evaluate, like, hey, should we give this kid a chance? Is he going to give us a shot in the arm to get us going? Because the defense is ready.
Right.
The team is in the middle of a weak division. They got a shot. And when he named Dylan Gabriel the starter after the game, I was like, oh, this situation stinks. There's some bullshit going on right now. They wouldn't name him the backup a couple weeks ago. Then we have the mysterious back injury. Stefanski's all in on Bailey Zappi.
He is.
Ownership's been a mess. Ownership, this was Jimmy Haslam's pick, and clearly Stefanski hates Shedeur.
Yeah.
So I just don't understand how they don't go into that bye week. You basically have a 2-week evaluation period.
Right.
Let Shedeur and Dylan split the reps. Whoever wins the job coming out of the bye week, that's who you roll with. Don't announce it till the Friday or Saturday before the game against the Jets.
Right.
And then let's roll. I think.
But we already seen what Dylan has done in 4 games straight. Like we seen it. We see what it is in the game. Why is this? There's no competition right now.
Right.
You go to the next man, bro. Any other situation. You play like that for 4 games straight. Our defense is this good. Our run game is this good.
Miles Garrett has 5 sacks.
Bro, any other quarterback is out of there, bro. So shit weird, man.
Well, it just shows how much they hate Shedeur. Like you take, Coach, would you not take the time? Let's say you got a quarterback decision coming up. You have a bye week. You have the Jets. You get blown out. Are you going in there and saying Dylan Gabriel is your guy moving forward?
I got to understand why everybody thinks Stefanski hates the kid. Why is that?
Clear as day.
Because it's clear as day.
This guy's been coach of the year twice, and he wants to win as bad as anybody else. If it was clear and evident to everybody in the building that Shedeur Sanders was better than Dylan Gabriel, better than Bailey Zappi, Shedeur would be playing. I just don't know if it's that clear. Maybe he hasn't done enough.
Well, we don't know.
I know.
Stefanski's been saying Shedeur's doing everything right. He's in there grinding. He's prepared.
Hold up. What is he saying? It says Joe Bettino agrees with Kevin Stefanski that switching to Shedeur Sanders might not be the fix. Yeah, they're a bunch of loot. Yeah, he got to get out of there, dog. Hold on, listen to this.
Keep improving. We've had 4 games, some tough matchups. We want the offense to continue to grow. Like, it's not a one-person issue at times, so we want to give our quarterbacks a chance. And I think this fight, give him a chance to reset, is going to be good for his growth, like I kind of mentioned. And for a young guy in this league, like 4 games is so minuscule on a platform. So you have to give him a chance to adjust and to see what he likes. Like going back watching these games, and like what plays were successful with on offense. Like what does he like? How does he like to move in the pocket? Where does he like to set up? All those things are still questions that we have to answer. And then as an offense, we want to perform better to give him a chance to.
Yeah, Shedeur, he gonna get traded. He's definitely getting traded. They don't like him there. They don't. And the thing is, if I was Myles Garrett, I would. This is what I would say to them. Either I'm gonna retire, either you're gonna trade me, or I'm gonna retire. I think he would have to sit out like a year or so before he come back. I'll just retire on y'all, and then come back. I mean, he had 5 sacks in one game. He can go anywhere and play in the NFL and get his money anywhere. Shedeur is not ever going to play there. You're never going to see him play. You'll see Bailey Zappi first. I told you guys this. You said Joe is a Stefanski guy. He co-signed yeah, but the thing is, they're losers. They're losers. The way they giving up sacks, I don't even want Shedeur probably to go in there. The way they giving up sacks. Yeah, they're losers, man. And Myles Garrett, he would have to just say, you know what? Just I need you to trade me. I need you to trade me at this point. But if you trade me to somebody that's garbage, I'll retire on you. I'll just retire. And that's what he need to do. And then I bet you something will happen. Because Myles Garrett is the leader on that team. He's the only guy that they have. That's it. He's the Njoku too. And that's it. Everybody else is not performing. What the hell is Jerry Jeudy doing? Nothing. Well, I mean, Dylan can't get it to him, to be fair. He can't get it to him. They don't have nobody on that team. That's like shit. I mean, on a good day, Utah could beat them. On a good day. Utah, the college, could beat this team, man. For real. Utah could beat them, at this juncture. Even with their good defense. They have a really good defense. They just one ingredient away from turning the season around. They won't do it. Hear this idiot come and talk about he agreeing with Kevin Stefanski. Yeah, Shedeur's not playing like that. And well, we're gonna see what the trade deadline looks like. The trade deadline is November 4th. So we're gonna see if he get traded because that's during the bye week. Let's see. And then the next game is the New York Jets. So let's see if they trade him to the Jets. I want them to trade him to the Jets so he could play against them and beat them. Because they will start Justin Fields for that game, but then they'll put Shedeur in. For sure they would. Because the owner don't like Justin Fields. See, his plan was to get Shedeur. That was his plan. But the thing was, I think he believed he was lied to about the kid. And after he saw him play against Carolina, I heard he started crashing out. And I told you guys he was crashing out. And then he crashed out in the media, saying that the reason why they're not winning because Justin Fields can't make a completion. He crashed out to the media. Told y'all he was crashing out. You said I wonder about brother Shedeur's back. Nah, they did the same thing in the preseason game. Talking about his back is something. No, it ain't. No, it's not. If I was Shedeur, I would come out and say it. It's not my back. And then if he come out and say that, they will get penalized. Because then the NFL will step in and like, how come you guys are saying it's his back? And he's saying it's not his back. He should come out and say that. Like, it's not my back. I'm fine. Yeah, that's cap. But see, Shedeur, he's almost, how can I say this? He's almost hurting himself by not saying nothing. Almost. Because the Jets want him. So he can just burn a bridge here because the Jets do want. I don't think he knows, though. I don't think he knows. He's certainly not going to listen to me unless I prove to him that my boy works there. Unless I can prove it to him. They definitely want him. They definitely do. But I'm not here to prove to anybody who I know with the Jets. I'm not here to prove that. But yes, I know somebody that worked there. They want him bad. They do. I don't think Shedeur knows it, though. Or maybe he do know. I know the Raiders is the other one. Now, Tom Brady is going to blow a gasket if he doesn't get Shedeur on November 4th. He's going to blow a gasket. So look for him in the Jet zone to really jump out the window at this point. Because I believe what the Browns is doing is very sadistic. What they're going to do is, I have a feeling they're not going to trade him and they're going to sit him for the next 3 years. Remember, I said that they own his contract. They own it. I believe they'll sit him for the next 3 years and not play him. Just out of spite. And it goes back to what his dad said originally. My son ain't going to certain places. They holding him to that. That might be part of it. Because I'm like, why are they hating him so much? He did say that at one point. My son ain't going. They don't want to go here, go there. But then he doubled back. He went back on and said, no, we don't care where he goes. But they're holding him to what he said the first time. I have a feeling they're not going to trade him. And then if they don't trade him, he will be there next year and he will not play. He's not going to get first team reps. He's not going to play. They're going to age him. They'll literally age him 3 years there. And that'll hurt him, actually. That won't hurt him because Steve Young sat a long time. It's just that his mental has to be straight. As long as he's straight, then he'll be fine. He'll make it through his rookie contract. After his rookie contract, he go anywhere he want to go. But at this juncture, they're going to keep him and not play him. They're very Kevin Stefanski. He's enjoying it. I told y'all he was enjoying this. Richie Incognito and them is saying it. Equip Talib is saying it. Something's not right here. Everybody's saying it. Now, here's the thing. If I was Shedeur, if they don't trade me, I'll tell you what I would do. Because I'm not really studying football anyway, because with the CTE and all that running back that passed away recently, I bet you he got CTE. I bet you he does. I bet you if they test his brain, you're going to find out he had a very advanced form of CTE for him to be acting this way. I bet you. So I don't care about the football. So what I would do is it's like, listen, I'm going to announce my retirement. If I was Shedeur, I'm going to announce my retirement. I will hit Trump up. Please get the Justice Department involved and investigate this collusion, please. Because he'll do it. He'll do it because he don't like the NFL, just like what he's doing with the NBA. You don't think Trump got a hand in that NBA stuff? Shit, you crazy. Huh. You don't think he got a hand in that? They denied him. I think he tried to buy a team back in the 90s. They denied him. Okay. All right. Well, I got you. I know where the bones are buried. Let me tell you something. That NBA thing is going to be more people that come out. After he's done with them, we're going to think of the NBA like the WWF. It's not real. I could tell by all the flops they do. It's not real. Now, but see, here's the thing. Hindsight is 2020. Maybe he should have went to the Ravens because he'll be playing right now. But he had no idea that the Ravens really wanted him like that. He had no idea. He had no idea. And also Philly, check this out. Philly, they wanted to draft him to replace what's his name. They don't like the they don't like the quarterback there. Philly don't. He was going to be that dude's replacement. And I know you got to be kidding me. He won a Super Bowl. The organization, they must not like something about him. It's something. Remember, we don't know what goes on behind the scenes. But I could tell you 100% for a fact the Jets want Shedeur. I promise you this. They do. I promise you this. And the owner, he had a hunch. Yeah, Jalen Hurts, that he was going to be his replacement. And you might say to yourself, what do you mean Jalen Hurts? He won a Super Bowl. Doug Williams won a Super Bowl too, and they let him go. And that's kind of ridiculous, isn't it? Jalen Hurts, he's a good quarterback. But look, if he don't get traded by the 4th, you're not going to see him play for the next 3 years. You're not going to play. They're not going to trade him. Unless he demand to be traded. At that point, he has to demand to be traded. Demand it. Like, especially next year. I would demand it. I'm saying I would sit out until y'all trade me. I'll just have a sit out. He got to get out of there. It was almost a mistake because, man, he might as well should have just went to the Ravens at this point. But hindsight is 2020. He didn't know. He thought he had a better opportunity playing with the Browns. He was wrong because the coach don't like him. And you could tell because, look, during the press conference, he was talking about everybody's injury, right? He didn't even mention Shedeur because he don't care. You saying Stefanski has to go. He's not going nowhere because the owner likes him. He's not going nowhere. Yeah, if they could replace him, yeah, they would have money for other. I couldn't believe that, though. I said, yo, I really think they were going to get Shedeur to replace Jalen Hurts. But if the story is true, he turned down the Ravens and the Eagles. God damn, man! I wish he shouldn't have done that. If that's true, but he did not deny it because he didn't come out and say that wasn't true. He just saying that doesn't hold no weight in my life right now, and I'm worried about what right now. Nah, bro, the Browns, they losers. They've been losers for a decade, more than a decade. They've been losers. But he probably thought I could have an opportunity to play here. But yeah, the coach, they not feeling you. They not. Let's let Richie Incognito and them tell you. Because Richie Incognito, he played for the Jets and the Dolphins. Aqib Talib, he been in the NFL. These people know better than us.
Pairing, but Stefanski won't give him a shot.
Fuck practice. Practice is one thing.
Are the players coming out saying we want Shedeur? Has anybody said that? Anybody?
Shit, Myles Garrett
Myles Garrett made a statement yesterday.
He might as well said it.
Then yeah, I think they should play Shedeur. I just don't know. I haven't been there in practice with them, but I do know this: the first 4 games that Dylan Gabriel's played has not been very good.
Thank you.
So I would be looking for either Zappi or Shedeur to come in and play, preferably Shedeur, because I've seen the body of work of Bailey Zappi.
Exactly.
Right.
He's a backup guy. The last 7 or 8 games, maybe Shedeur gives us a spark, right? Shut everybody up. Start him.
Right.
Did you go on right after the game and say you're sticking with your guy?
Yeah, they drafted him in the 3rd round, and it's only 4 games for a rookie. It's hard to be that great after 4 games. Rookie quarterbacks do struggle in the first. Drake May struggled his first year.
He's still struggling.
Drake May?
Yeah.
Struggling.
Oh, not Drake May.
I'm like, we just had this
He just
combo.
wants to hate on Dart.
If you take Drake May out in the first 4 games, Drake May's not good enough. Let's bench him for Bailey Zappi. You'd be like, well, I wish we didn't do that. I just think I hate to give up on a quarterback after 4 games, what I'm saying. But the situation in Cleveland's a little weird because they did draft Shedeur to 5th.
Yeah.
He's a rookie quarterback, and I would like to see him moving forward. Which one of these young guys can I move my franchise forward with?
Well, you're 2
right.
and
Maybe
6.
it's neither
Give
one
him
of
one
them.
game.
Maybe it's Shedeur.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So
we know
they need to find out.
We know what Dylan Gabriel is. We've seen it, right? And it is tough for rookie quarterbacks. It's incredibly tough to throw a guy in that situation and say, hey, go produce at a high level. But you got the bye week, you got the extra evaluation time to not even consider Shedeur. That's bad coaching. That's bad coaching.
That's terrible.
You have to evaluate all options, even if it's Bailey Zappi, Dylan, Bailey, Shedeur. Who gives us the best chance to win against the Jets?
I
And
agree.
it's not like your season is just, it's pretty bad, but you got a top defense. You got a pretty solid defense.
Yes.
You got a pretty good run game. So, and you in a shitty ass division. So you got to feel like this is my last shot. And
right.
You gonna go out swinging with an 18.8 QBR? Like,
Right.
That means you feel some type of way about the next quarterback in line. That's clear as day. It don't get no clearer than that.
Yeah. So, Coach, you say Shedeur hadn't gotten reps. So when Baker Mayfield was a rookie, I was a big supporter of his. They started Tyrod Taylor, and then Tyrod gets hurt one night on Monday Night Football, and they have no choice but to throw the first overall pick in the draft, which I applauded, Baker Mayfield, right into the fire. And that team had been 0-16 the year before, and Baker Mayfield proceeded to win 7 games as a rookie starting quarterback because he's got it. He just knows how to play. He's got spark. The team loves him. He knows he can do it, and they know he can do it after a while. And now you've seen it manifest when he finally found his home in Tampa. I just believe with all my heart and soul in Shedeur Sanders. Now, I know his father, but I watched closely Shedeur. Every snap he took at Colorado, he's it. He's got a nice arm, a Brady-esque arm, and he's tough as they come and deadly accurate. And I just think he was born to play this position in this league at this level. The lights will never be too bright for him, and I don't care what the circumstance is. I don't care if he's got no reps in practice. If you throw him into this fire, and it is a dumpster fire at the moment, he'll light it up just the way he did when he got thrown into the fire when everybody got hurt in the first preseason game. I know it was just preseason, but you could just see he's got it. Yeah. He's that guy. He was born to do that and raised to do that. So this is just me. If you give him a shot, no matter the circumstance, he's just way better than Dylan Gabriel. And I watched Dylan Gabriel for 2 years at Oklahoma, and he's pretty good. And yet He's played not to lose, and Stefanski has coached him not to make mistakes. And he hasn't made any mistakes. He just doesn't make any plays.
Right.
So
He made some yesterday.
yeah, he did.
Turn the ball over.
Yeah. But
I mean, that's why I'm keeping you in here because you're not turning the ball over. Shit, now you start
Okay,
turning
now.
the ball over.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
bro, what the fuck?
And we're getting blown out. Yeah.
Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
That shit
And
crazy.
They started out with Joe Flacco as their starter, right? So I think this is a different situation as Dylan Gabriel was, let's say he was a first-round pick, and then you have Shedeur, third to fifth-round pick, right? This isn't a situation where they had Dylan Gabriel as a starter coming out of the gate, so they have to stick with him because you don't want to affect his confidence. They went to Dylan Gabriel midway through the year.
Right.
Dylan Gabriel hasn't given you shit. Throw Shedeur out there. See what he's got. Sink or swim.
Sink or
he
swim.
might, in the preseason, he gave him juice. I mean,
Yeah.
He gave him,
them juice.
that was
The third
Imagine
game, he
you
took
give that-
5 sacks for 80 yards.
What's that?
He was also with the threes.
Well, that's what he's going to be with this. I mean, it's just what I'm saying. You don't want to just throw him in there when he's not really 100% prepared. Maybe he is. I mean, but throwing a guy in there and say, hey,
My thing is,
good luck,
if you
here's the ball.
go to Shedeur versus the Jets, you see what he has. You can always go back to Dylan. It's not going to affect Dylan's confidence because he wasn't a first-round pick.
That's what I would not want to do. I would not want to have a swinging door like I had my first year with the Redskins. We had Robert, then he gets there, we go to Kirk, we go to Colt, then we go back to Robert. It's a shit show.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that.
Right.
You want to try to find the right guy. When it's time for Shedeur, I think you make the call, and there's your time.
When,
you know what I mean?
when it's time for Shedeur, they
Like,
got,
when
they
it
got
is
2
now.
wins.
Time.
Yeah, this is it. Like,
Maybe,
Yeah.
When does
maybe,
that time come?
maybe it's next year he gets a whole off season and training camp to really get himself ready.
Why he got to do that, though?
yeah.
Like, Gabriel ain't have to.
Yeah, the thing is, see, they're trying to stay on code. Gruden is trying. This is John Gruden's brother, Jay Gruden. See, they're trying to stay on code. One thing I know about those type of people, they try to stay on code even if they're wrong. They're wrong here, and we're letting them know they're wrong. They're wrong. Okay, it don't matter what you're saying. It don't matter what you people are saying. Because remember, those sheets don't. Remember them sheets. They transcend every whether it's the workplace, the police force, those sheets go everywhere, if you know what I mean. They go everywhere. They don't have to wear sheets no more. Remember I said that. And they like to stay on code with each other, and they get a kick out of it because they think that because we can't prove it, so that's why they can get away with it and they could just deny it. This something is not right here. Something is not right here, and they're gonna have to let him go. They're gonna have to. Because this what's happening is very sadistic what they're doing. What they're trying to do is they're trying to blackball him. They're trying to, but the thing is, he's not totally blackballed because Brady is trying to make amends, and the New York Jets owner is jumping out the window for him. He's crashing out every day. He do not like Justin Fields. He does not. And he felt like he got lied to. And oh yeah, there will be some firings in the Jets organization. I'm telling you it is. A lot of those scouts, they're gone already. Just let y'all know. They're gone already. Because they lied. They're gone already. One thing about these people, they all was on code about this one. Okay? They were told not to draft him. That's why I say if he really wants to do that, if he really wants to say, look, I'm going to go ahead and investigate y'all for doing this, and I'm going to sue you for future earnings, which is $1 billion. Because, you got to look at marketing as well. His future earnings is over $1 billion. I'm suing you for $1 billion. And that way he ain't got to play football no more and worry about CTE. He ain't got to play no more. Because obviously, I hear what his dad is talking like, yeah, don't y'all want to go to the league and retire your family? Coach, they fucked your family over. Why should we listen to you? They fucked y'all over. They fucked y'all over. So how are we going to have a chance at Colorado? They fucked y'all over. This is the deal. Guys, this is the serious deal here. I'm telling you. I'm being real with you. They fucked him over. Okay, so how are we getting drafted here? They fucked him over. This kid was one of the best quarterbacks in college football, and they fucked him over. Seton and them more than likely, they might have to hit that portal. They might have to. They might have to, man, because they'll fuck Seton over too. Because everybody is catching strays here. Everybody is catching strays. And Shedeur is catching strays, man. I wouldn't even preach that stuff no more to my team. I would preach, get all your money in the NILs and invest in real estate and do it that way. That's what I'll be doing. Fuck the NFL because they fucked your family over. That's not the best. There's other avenues you can go to retire your family. Warren Buffett never played football. These top billionaires never played football. Most of the owners never played football. It's business that'll get you to the promised land. It's business, your business acumen. It's not football. Half the football players, they go broke anyway because they marry these cookie cutter ass, ugly ass, Miss Piggy ass girlfriends, looking like fucking Miss Piggy. And then when they leave the league and they suffering, the woman take all their money. Okay, because they don't sign no prenups, nothing like that. The woman take all their money, and that's not the way to retire. Because these players are stupid, some of them. So I'm being real. This is a serious situation, and it's like kind of like when I hear Jay Gruden, well, we let him play in the off season and get him ready in the off season. He's ready now. The fuck you mean? He's ready now. He's ready now. He's ready now. If I was one of them, I was like, Coach, man, they fucked your family over. How are we getting drafted? That's my question to you. How are we getting drafted here? And they fucked Shedeur over, and he was the best quarterback in college football. It's obvious somebody doesn't like you, and they're fucking you over. That's what I would say. I'm like, they fucking you over. He don't have the pull he thought he had in the NFL. He doesn't. He doesn't. Because this wouldn't have happened to his son. I'm being honest with you guys, man. And he knows it because I could tell by the way Bucky and them, the post they put out, they feeling it too. But they can't talk it how I talk it because, you got to be politically correct when you're on that level. What happened was a crime scene. That's what happened. There was a crime scene. And if he stayed with the Browns, it's going to kind of affect him a little bit because he definitely not playing next year because Deshaun coming back. He definitely not playing. Unless if Deshaun get hurt, they're going to go with Dylan. And then year 3, he's definitely not playing in year 3. He's going to have to play out his rookie contract and go sign somewhere else. And hopefully that he's still straight. By that time, he really be ready to go. But that's the cards he was dealt here. That's the cards he were dealt. I go back to when that video with Bucky played, Roger Goodell was like, yeah, I need you to, my brother, whatever. He said, I'm more worried about your father. And he said, what you worried about him for? I go back to that. I guarantee you, if Chidozie had stayed at Houston, he would have been on the practice squad. I guarantee you that. He caught a stray too. Ain't that some shit? He caught a stray. He wasn't even invited to a practice squad. Okay. Colorado is marked by somebody. I don't know who it is, and I think it's set up for a coach to fail there. He's not going to win there. They're not going to let him. They're not going to let him, man. They don't want him to have that much power. They're not going to let him. It's a good old boy system in this country. You better find out. It's a good old boy system, and he cannot buck it. He can't. And that's the deal. He can't buck it, man. It's a good old boy. That good old boy system is still in effect. And people are some of these vloggers that used to follow Colorado before we got there. They're starting to show their colors. One person said, well, he's probably going to leave and talk about his health. Dude, he had cancer. What are you talking about? He was sick. And he was sick this season. He had to have surgery and then come back and coach. The fuck y'all talking about? So it's coming out. The one thing I know about these people, they all stick together, whether they wrong or not. That's why I hope the alien invasion come kill you motherfuckers. That's what I hope. Because you guys are evil. I don't even believe you guys are human, some of you. I don't believe you're human. Because you guys lack empathy. You do. You lack empathy and you like to fuck people over. That's what happened in history. You guys get off by fucking people over. That's why. You guys like empathy. You guys like empathy. It's millions of people right now ain't going to have no food on the first. They don't care. Congress don't care because they all a bunch of big head, waterhead people and they're aliens and they lack empathy. That's why. Just like this old ugly ass coach up here with the Cleveland Browns. And this old stupid ass coach right here. If you go look at the history of this coach right here, he didn't deserve this. He got it because of his father. Go look. You got to think, how did he move up the coaching ladder so fast? It's because of his father. That's why. It's a good old boy system. That's why he's still here. These guys are a bunch of fucking aliens, man. They're not human. These people are not human. Okay? And I don't like what's happening with this kid. I don't. But it's happening. You know what I'm saying? It's happening. They say trying to gaslight it. Oh no. Well, he's just not ready yet. Let's just give him another year and get him in training camp. He's already ready. What you mean? Jay Gruden? I don't like your brother no more either, by the way. With the stuff he got caught saying, fuck him. I don't like him no more either. Chuck, he looked like Chuck any damn way. His ugly ass. I don't like him either. I'm being real. I'm 100% raw. I am. 100% raw with these people. So he can miss me too.
To do that.
Maybe they
Flacco
want to
turned
find
the ball over. They threw Gabriel in.
This isn't a bad thing. Now, if they go with Gabriel and he doesn't play very well the rest of the year, they say, hell, this guy's not our guy. Let's make Shedeur our guy the whole offseason. Let's draft for him. Let's prepare for him. Let's get a scheme together for him.
Right.
Let's get him really comfortable to jump in there.
Well, in that situation,
and that's bull.
I just hate to see. I hate to see him just throw Shedeur.
You have
this Shedeur out there, and then he fails, and everybody's like, "Well, I told you, Shedeur's not." You know what I mean? Well, maybe he'll turn it around. Maybe they'll win 7-8 games.
But he won't be the first quarterback who's just been thrown in there. So it is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Tough position to just be thrown in there, Richie. I'm just saying, 100%. It's not like offensive guard where you tap the center.
I like how Aquib Talib and Richie Incognito is looking at Jay Gruden. Man, are you serious? We played football. What do you mean? Some people get thrown in there. The kid from Washington got thrown in there, and he did good. Caleb Williams got thrown in there. He did okay. Okay? Some people get thrown in there. Let them do what they got to do. Y'all not saying nothing about well, I'm not gonna get into him, but you gotta throw him in there. But see, I agree with him a little bit because he's not getting first team reps. Listen, they trying to gaslight this. Look, he's not getting first team. I thought he was getting first team reps because he's the backup. Because if something happened to Dylan, he has to go in. He's not getting first team reps. But Dylan got first team reps when he was backing up Flacco. And he said the reason why is his stupid ass talking about the reason why is because, Dylan, he needs all the reps he could get. Well, Flacco needed all the reps he can get. He was but he's saying that it was different because Joe Flacco was a proven veteran. He's gaslighting. He's trying to make it seem like it's something it's not. He don't like Shedeur. That's just what it is. That's how I feel looking on the outside end. Shedeur can't say anything. He's in a position where he has to stay silent. But trust me, his family is feeling it. I can see what Bucky is posting. They don't like it. But they can't say it. They sitting up there gaslight, man.
And double team the nose guard up to the will linebacker, right? It's not like that.
No.
We're talking about snap count. We're talking about formations, motions. We're talking about coverages, split pickups. I got to change the protection. There's a lot of shit to do.
We're talking about Dylan Gabriel looking like ass. That's what we're talking about. And you have one of the best players
I just feel like
from college football.
Everybody's in such a hurry to throw Shedeur in there. I mean, he's got plenty of time.
Why they was in a hurry?
Guys, you that's what Richie Incognito just said. Do you realize this? He was one of the best players in college football. And he's being treated like this. And let me tell you something. He was the best quarterback in college football in the draft. He was the best one. And this is how he's being treated. Jackson Dart wasn't treated this way. And I fucks with Jackson Dart. But see, you see how they did Jackson Dart? They like, okay, we're going to work him along. And here he is now. One of the best players in college football. And he's not getting his shot. He's not even getting first team reps. They don't like him. Straight up. Straight up. And he don't even want to talk about Shedeur. Mary Kay will ask him. He don't want to talk about it. Like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We're going with Bailey Zappi if something happened with Dylan. I promise you, they're going with Bailey Zappi.
To throw Dylan in
Yeah,
there.
they threw Dylan in there same
Well,
way.
he's their backup quarterback. They dropped in the third round. He's number 2. That's how it works. When one's out, 2 goes in.
Exactly. And
Right?
now you're at 2 games. You're in the
Shedeur
division.
number 2 now.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
He was,
He's
though.
like-
Before the injury, they named
he's
Shedeur the
shadow
number 2.
Bailey's out.
He's shadow banned.
Man, they named Shedeur the number 2 quarterback.
It took
They
a
did.
while. It took a whole week.
They took a whole week, but they did it. Now what you say? How'd it go? Explain to me
One
again. How it
play.
go?
2.
One go out. Where
That's
happened?
it.
2 goes
Well,
in.
it's fucking time for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's been 8 games. We trash.
Right.
Let's move on to the next guy. I seen a bunch of rookie quarterbacks. Josh Johnson, Josh Freeman, Jackson Dart. I seen a bunch of quarterbacks just be rookies, not drafted or whatever the case may be. Just get thrown in there. So this the National Football League.
Right.
Jay, it won't be the first time.
I know.
Why we got to
started a
massage
rookie-
it? Why we got to massage it and later rule? Why we got to do all this shit for Shedeur?
I started a rookie quarterback with Cincinnati, Andy Dalton, right? But the difference is he had the entire offseason as a starter. He was the starter.
Yeah.
So he got to call every play with the ones. We got to struggle together. We grew together. And he ended up having pretty damn good rookie
He
year,
did.
second year, third year, right?
Yeah.
That's the type of communication you have to have with your coordinator, your quarterback
Right.
coach, your head coach. You want to be the guy. Right now, it's
Well, I mean, with Jackson Dart,
and
ain't do
Shedeur
that.
sitting right here.
Jackson Dart ain't do that. And they
you
throw
want-
him in and you guys see the answer?
Yes.
They got
They-
something.
they
You see
knew-
the answer? They got something. So
He was the
all we
first
want to
round.
do is see if we got something. Let's
He
just
was
throw
the
him in and
first
see if we
round.
got something.
They were talking to Russell, but they were really talking to Jackson. That's a big
We're not going to get
difference.
on why
You know,
Shedeur not a first rounder. Like
I
the
mean-
5th round shit is bullshit.
Realistically,
Like,
he's
come
not
on,
going to
man.
get a whole offseason.
not a lot of teams that need a
Stefanski's going to be
quarterback,
gone.
people.
If they
There's-
win 2 games and they finish the year out like this, Stefanski's going to be gone. So Stefanski doesn't want to put his reputation on the line with Shedeur. That's all they have left. So we
why-
have Dylan.
Like, bruh.
So if you're Kevin, tell me why you wouldn't play him. If you think this is going to be your last year, if you don't win, there's absolutely.
It's a personal reason.
It's a personal vendetta.
It's personal
No way.
vendetta. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly
if I can start Shedeur next week and we can go 3-3 or 3-4 and show promise they're going to keep me, I'm going to.
Right.
Why would he not do that? There's got to
Yeah,
be.
why-
There's got to be
man.
something different.
He doesn't like him. Exactly.
There's got to be something else.
Jay Gruden is saying, well, what is it? He and Richie Incognito saying because he doesn't like him. That's why. These are NFL veterans talking to him. Aqib Talib and Richie, they all retired. They saying the reason because Jay Gruden said, well, if I don't win, I'm out of here. I'm getting fired. So why wouldn't I go with Shedeur and get a spark and try to win? They said because he don't like him. You see what I'm saying? See, the thing is exposing the truth. When you call somebody racist, you have to be able to prove it. And this is how they get away with it because they get a kick out of that. We can't prove it. They get a kick out of that. Oh, you're not going to be able to prove it. I'm not racist. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not doing that. They get a kick out of it. I know how these big heads work. I know how they work. And they get a kick out of it. And you know what I'm saying? They get a kick out of it. But I don't know about Jay, though. But he's just trying to say, well, what he would do. He's talking about what he would do. Like, okay, well, if I know I'm going to get fired if I don't win, I'm going to go with Shedeur for the last of it. Like, why wouldn't he go? They'd say him because he don't like him, Jay. Jay is trying to be, he's trying to give them the opposite of what they're saying. That's what he's doing. That's what his job is for that show. You know, he's just trying to give you another look at what might be going on. But no, Dylan is not it. He can't get the ball down the field. He's not accurate. If Quinshawn Judkins don't have a good game, they're not going to win. Yeah, plantation football, yeah.
You're headed into the
personal.
bye week.
Why
The
would it be
division's a
personal?
mess.
They're a
like,
team.
to sit back and evaluate. That's just why Stefanski's a hater.
I
of
would
the
love
sport.
So you never had a personal quarterback in your room who you just wasn't fucking with, Jay. Are you serious?
Oh, yeah.
All right then. Well, you know it can get fucking personal now. You've been there.
Well,
See, he just admitted it. Jay just admitted. He said, Aqib Talib said, you never had a quarterback in your quarterback room that you just wasn't fucking with. He said, yeah, I did.
well,
Well,
I got a couple wells I'm not going to get into right now. But
yeah, well,
prove that
you've been there.
Kirk was the right choice. That's all I'm going to say. But I'm just saying, I'm rooting for Shedeur. I just hope that everybody's not like just throw him out there. I mean, I don't want. There's a
You
lot
don't
of
want
shit
him
that
to
can happen.
fail, right? Well, we fucking failing already.
He doesn't have to show
Join the
you
fucking
much. He
group.
just has to push the ball downfield, throw it up, give guys a shot, let the run game go, let the defense eat. I mean, score a couple points.
Or give him a little hope at least. Like give him some Jack
Yeah,
and
he
John
did.
new
He's about to
energy,
energize
you
the
know?
team,
Energize the
city.
team.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you have Myles Garrett now, and Myles, I will say, I don't feel sorry for you because you had one finger on the eject button in Cleveland. He could have forced his way out of there, and they handed him that
But
contract.
money talks, you get paid.
Yeah,
you know?
everybody not like that though. Some people want to, they want to stay and get their names hung in that raft.
But now he's
No,
now,
he
now,
wanted
now,
to
now,
see
to the city.
now,
He wanted to
now
see the money.
Now he's
Yeah,
now,
of course, everybody want to see that. He could have saw the money somewhere else.
Right.
He would have saw the money wherever he went. But
True.
some people are loyal
He
to
was
the
out.
soil, and they want somewhere to call home. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he's
That's what
loyal
he
to
wanna
the,
do.
he's loyal to the soil. He had 5 sacks yesterday, set a record.
You're
and
right.
He's throwing his helmet, and he's over there sitting on the bench all by himself, and the defense is getting ready to run out there.
And I bet you he's talking to the owner right now too. Like, man, come on, press that fucking button.
Do something. Do something like that, and that's why it's Shedeur time. Shedeur season, baby.
A bunch of people who run a bunch of teams in the National Football League were offended by Shedeur's pre-draft interviews that
Right.
he did at the Combine.
Right.
Too full of himself. They didn't like the way he handled himself. They didn't like the way he flaunted. 3 exotic cars, lots of ice, and very, almost brazen about how good he was because he believes he's that good and he's a chip off the block of his father. Who was
Nothing wrong with
simply
being
the greatest.
confident. Nothing wrong with being confident.
Stefanski is one of those guys.
He was one of those guys.
Stefanski is one of those guys.
In the league, it wasn't by memo, it was just by phone contact. Everybody decided no, that they have a DJ at pregame and halftime at Colorado. We don't do it. This is not the way we do.
Yeah, guys, he's right about that. So this is what they were saying. They said that he's not ready. Everything was given to him. He's cocky, and we don't need that. They said he's a bad apple. But the Jets owner is looking at this, and he's evaluating. He said, no, he's not. Because he's watching him work out on his off time. The Jets, he was watching this. He said, no, we got this kid wrong. Nah, I don't think so. I think we got this kid wrong. Somebody's lying to me now. That's why he's jumping out the window. Because he's watching him. He's like, wait a minute, he's working out on his off season. I thought he was full of himself. Why is he working so hard? Why is he working so hard? You don't think these owners asked Jimmy Horn and them about him? Yes, they did. Tell me about Shedeur. Give me the real deal. They told him. They got lied to. They got lied to here. We see how hard he works. Yeah, he got exotic cars and shit. What else he gonna do? I mean, he got money. He got so much. He don't know what to do. He got a lot of money to play with. You gonna buy some toys, little neck piece, little watch piece, little AP. You know what I'm saying? You gonna do that. That's what rookies do. Allen Iverson did the same thing when he was a rookie. They do the same thing, man. All the rookies do it. Shaq has done it. Everybody has done it. So what? That's just what they do. They get out their system. But he works the hardest. He works the hardest on that fucking offensive team right there. He works the hardest. On his off season, he working out at a high school, getting the high school kids to throw catch the balls for him. Even Tom see how hard he works now, because he wasn't really checking for him at first, but now he's seeing it. This kid really is working hard. He really is, and he knows the playbook.
Business up here. He's not going to be the face of one of our franchises. and he fell after Mel Kiper ranked him above Cam Ward as a potential top 5 pick. He fell to the 5th round. You can call it blackballed or whiteballed or whatever you want to call it. Call it some kind of balled because something went wrong. Something
Definitely
happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
Easy.
We know the history of what happened. First of all, there's not 32 teams that are going to draft a quarterback in the first 2 rounds. 29 teams already have their starter enshrined.
Yep.
Tennessee didn't, Cleveland didn't,
Yeah.
and probably the New York Giants did, right?
yeah.
So that eliminates a lot of teams before we say it's blackballed.
The
You can't
Saints.
say Saints.
The Raiders.
Raiders.
Just got Geno.
Yeah.
He's still pretty young.
He got Geno. Come on, man. The Raiders is looking for Shedeur now.
Right?
Yeah, but they could rush Shedeur in the
You
backup.
can say
Yeah.
But-
Mike
and
Brown
that was-
blackballed him. He's got Joe
was
Burrow. Why
fine.
the hell would we take a quarterback? We need a lot of things on defense and offensive line.
Not talking about the Bengals. Not talking about the Bengals. They tried to get him, actually, the Bengals, when Joe Burrow got hurt. They actually tried to get him when he got hurt.
Also, I don't think 32 teams blackballed him is my point.
My thing with that is if you're a quarterback needy team heading into the season, right, your staff is pretty much on the hot seat. So I think that he went through the draft process, he rubbed people the wrong way, and a lot of coaches weren't willing to put their reputation and their job on the line for him. They just went on down the line and on down the line. But here we are. Cleveland took him in the 5th round. They're playing like shit. Defense will give him a chance to win. It's all or nothing. Throw him out there. Let's see, good or bad. Let's just see what he's got.
Yeah, New Orleans just did that with Tyler Shuck yesterday. Put him in the second half finally.
Yep.
So it might be time if he's proven to be worthy of it based on
100%.
what he's doing in practice.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
We don't know that. We all think he's doing great in practice, but maybe he's not.
Well, what the fuck is Dylan Gabriel doing in practice?
He might be throwing better balls in practice.
Well, this ain't fucking practice. Practice don't
Struggling.
matter.
But I'm just saying.
Practice don't matter. I've seen a lot of practice warriors. Practice don't matter. When the lights come on, it's a totally different ball game. Some guys.
That's what I quibbed Talib is saying. I said the same thing. Okay, we talking about practice here. I want to see what you do under the lights. Can you produce under the lights? Because I'm telling you right now, Colorado, they got some people that's on that practice squad in Colorado that could do good under the lights, but the coaches can't identify it. I guarantee you they have somebody right now that they're supposed to be playing, and they're not playing them. Because as far as I'm concerned, that quarterback needs to get benched for Colorado. He needs to get benched now. He got his money. It's not going to hurt him. He got his money. Y'all paid him real well. He's not going to be bothered by it. He got money to invest and be good with himself. But you gotta play the next man. You got to. Just like but Cleveland, I'm not even worried about Cleveland no more, guys. To be honest with you, they're not gonna do the right thing. Hopefully November 4th, Shedeur could either go to my Jets. Because if he go to the Jets, best believe I'm going to the game because I'm only 20 minutes down the road from the stadium. I'm going to that game, period. If he's there, he don't even have to play and I'm gonna be in the stadium just to see him standing there with the uniform on. I'll be satisfied with that. But I guarantee you he'll get in the game though. Because what they'll do is they'll give him a few dress rehearsal plays, like, look, learn these plays. And if Justin don't do it, we bring you out there. Listen, if he go out there and score a touchdown, he will never leave New York. Never. Because I know how the Jets fans are. He will never leave New York. Never. He'll retire there. He'll never leave New York. Never. Excuse me, New Jersey, because the damn stadium is in New Jersey. I don't know why they call it the New York Giants. I don't know why they do that because it's in New Jersey. But, you know, it is what it is. But he's never leaving the tri-state. Never. Never. He's never going to leave. He's going to be a Jet for the rest of his career. Because the Jets not a bad team. They're not a bad team. They got a lot of things in place already. They got a pretty decent offensive line. They got a lot of things going. They just need a spark. They need something to get the fans excited, and Shedeur is one of them. All he got to do is throw up that watch one time in MetLife Stadium. It's just going to be epic. It's going to be epic because New York fans, they like that type of shit. Like, come on, man, throw the watch up. We need them to do that. You see what I'm saying? But see, now, you remember when Shedeur was in the preseason game when he did really well? See how he had to brush his watch off? He had to brush it off because it started getting cobwebs. He had to brush that watch off, man. Oh, man, this kid is a superstar, yo. He's a fucking superstar, and I can't wait for him to get his opportunity with the New York Jets. You heard me? The New York Jets, November 4th. Mark your calendars for November 4th for that trade deadline. I promise you. Now, if he go to the Raiders, I'll rock with the Raiders too. I'm going to go get me a black jersey and go with the. Listen, wasn't that epic, DJs, when he had to brush off the watch real quick? He like, wait a minute, let me brush off this. Damn, I'm dropping my water. Look, let me brush off the watch real quick. That was the easiest game he's had in 2 years because he was protected. And then all of a sudden, he didn't start the next preseason game. They talking about his back. And then the last preseason game, they had Dylan and him go in and had him going there with people that wasn't going to make the team blocking for him. He almost got his neck broken. Dylan and them sitting on the sidelines laughing. Okay. But guess what? I hope that y'all trade him to the Jets. And because y'all next game after the bye week is the New York Jets. Shedeur only need a couple weeks with that playbook. He don't need a couple weeks. He'd be ready to go. Give him a week. He'd be ready to go. If Justin Fields mess up, oh, yes. Oh, yes. If Justin Fields mess up, number 2 is going in. He go to the Jets, he get number 2 back. You hear what I'm saying to you? He going back to number 2. Number 2 going in the game. Or maybe he'll stay with 12. I'm not sure. He might stay with 12. 12 going in the game. I'm just letting y'all know this. I will be there. I'm going to get to that stadium early. I have to buy a jersey when I'm in the stadium. I might have to buy a jersey when I'm there because then I might go viral in the damn stadium. I might go because I might lose my voice, everything. It's going to happen. If he go to the Jets, you realize this changed everything. I had to get season tickets. I'm going to have to. If he starts starting. Listen, the owner wants this. He needs the Jets to be talked about. He wants that. And he felt like he got lied to. Well, it's his fault. It's his fault for listening to people. That's his fault. But I know he don't like that he got lied to because he felt like he got played. He don't like that. That's why he's sitting there jumping out the window now about Justin Fields. Justin Fields is having a slump. You know what I'm saying? He's not a bad quarterback. He having a slump or something. He said reason why we losing, he can't even complete a pass. Why would the owner say that? He mad still. But anyway, we'll see what happens November 4th. But it looks like he may not be coming back. They got the bye week, and we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. That's what the Jets been looking for. Something like Shedeur, yo. They've been waiting for it. They ain't have nothing like that since Michael Vick. When Michael Vick played for the Jets. We ain't had that much excitement since Michael Vick was there. But he was at the tail end of his career when he went to the Jets. But why are they saying Shedeur back is hurt? He didn't say that. They saying that. I don't believe that. They said the same thing the second game of the preseason. They said his back was tweaking. His oblique. That's what they said. Now they're saying the same thing again. He didn't say that, though. He was out there working out during the game. But maybe I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know.
To play in under the lights, some guys can't. Dylan Gabriel, this is not for him.
It's only 4 games, man. Let's
Hey,
hold it
man,
for
hey.
a bit. Poor little.
Dylan Gabriel, that's a quib to leave. He's just not for him, yo. It's not. I'm convinced it's not. But they're going to keep him because I believe they're going to keep playing him because they know Shedeur, maybe trade him. We'll see what the Jets are willing to give them, though. So we'll see to see if they want him. I'm sure they're going to try to do all they can to try to pick him up because they need a quarterback. Unfortunately, I thought he was going to work out, but Sometimes it's the lights, man, in New York. Like a lot of people can't play under them lights. MetLife is a hard stadium to play in. Them fans is crazy. We like Philly fans. But we do get behind. If we got like a nice quarterback, we don't care if we're losing. We stay behind our quarterback. We don't give a damn. We lose the rest of the game with Shedeur. We staying with Shedeur. That's just what it is. That's how New York is. They are fooled. You can't say nothing about Jackson Dart now in MetLife Stadium. It's gonna be the same with Shedeur. And then Jackson Dart got a little flavor to him too. You see what I'm saying? Had a little neck piece on during the game and shit. Oh yeah, we like Jackson Dart around here. You see what I'm saying? We do. Yeah, you got, but Scatterboo got hurt. So that's not good. He got hurt. So I don't know the status on him, but they not leaving New York. I just tell you that right now. We need somebody like that. So the Jets, just trust me, Shedeur go to the Jets, guys, it is a fucking wrap. I'm just telling y'all this. It's a wrap. We're not letting him go. Yep. We will literally hold him hostage for his whole career. He'll be hostage there. He ain't going away. Man, listen. I might be speaking into existence. Remember, I kept saying it. Even when he was at Colorado, he going to the Jets. I said it. Might be speaking the shit in existence. He going to the Jets, man. That's just what it is. I know Brady want him there. You know, if he go to the Raiders, that's all good too. That's all good. I know he done for the year. That's kind of unfortunate. Well, what happened to him? Why is he done for the year? You talking about Scatterboo, right? What happened? I know the fans fucked up about that one. What exactly happened? Because Dart got hurt too. Y'all know that, right? He had a concussion. He caught a concussion. He caught a concussion that game. A lot of people didn't know that. I don't think he went out either. Oh, surgery for Scatterboo? Damn. Man, that's like, that hurts right there. Dislocated ankle. Damn. Yo, he was like the engine, yo. Man. Dislocated ankle, dog. Man, it happens because he played hard though. Yo, Scatterboo played hard. He plays hard. He played hard, yo. That's the only thing I can say. He's like what you call a hustler. He's the hustle. And yeah, Dart got hurt too, though. And they wasn't really talking about it. Remember, he went in the tent? That was concussion protocol. He had a concussion. I'm like, bro, he can't get hurt either, man. But he gonna be all right though. So hopefully Scatterboo, he'll come back and return his normal self next year. But trust me, he was like the engine that they needed. He was what they really needed up there in MetLife Stadium. They really needed somebody like him. You know what I'm saying? He got a little fire to him too. Yeah, they needed him. All the old Giants players like him too. They all like him. That's kind of like unfortunate that he got hurt, but it's a dangerous game. You said he's good in Cleveland because he doesn't want a trade or cut. He down with the dog. You talking about Shedeur? Yeah, I have a feeling they're not going to try to trade him. And that general manager, Andrew Barry, oh, man. I just go back to the draft when they both were looking like they were they held hostage after they drafted Shedeur. That was the owner that drafted him, that wanted him drafted. Then the word is they're going to play Shedeur the last 4 games of the season. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, he was like a steamroller. They love him up in MetLife, yo. And he's like down, you know what I'm saying? He's reeled with it too. You know what I'm saying? He's like a blue collar type of player. You know what I mean? They like that. And he was having fun doing it, having a lot of fun out there. Yeah, you see a lot of Scatterboo jerseys in the stadium. And shout out to Russell Wilson because he's sitting up there. He's robbing people. He robbed the last team, the team before that. Shout out to Russell, man. He getting another free check. That guy is just, man. Whoever his agent is, they pulled the heist. And then he made a video, just continue to manifest your happiness, and it's all about your happiness. Of course, I be talking like that too. I got all that kind of money, and I ain't got to play. I'll be saying the same thing. You said for the new stadium, Sanders. Yeah, I got a feeling they don't want to get rid of him. I got a feeling. I've got a feeling the owner is like, no, we got our quarterback right here. And do you see how his family was wearing Shedeur jerseys? He not getting, he not getting rid of him. He not. I'm getting ahead of myself. I keep going back to that picture when the owner grandkids in back of them, and they all had Sanders jerseys on. He's not getting rid of them. Nope. He's not getting rid of them. Nope. He's not getting rid of them, man. And he probably saying to the other teams, well, you should have drafted him. He might know what's up too, because he the one drafted him. And he probably like, we're not letting this guy go. He got a huge ceiling here. And he's selling out all these jerseys, and we gonna sit up here and trade him for some third, fourth picks. No. You better give us some first round picks. And then we might think about it. No, he's not going nowhere. He not. I just thought about it. Yeah, he's not going nowhere. He might have to sit though. Remember when Flacco's son called him a backup? I don't remember that, but I just know that I don't remember it, but I know his family had Shedeur jerseys on, so that means he's filling them. And nah, he's not going nowhere, dog. Yeah, he's not going nowhere. Forget November 4th. He's not going nowhere. They're not trading him. They probably already talked. Maybe he's already talked to him, on the low. Like, Shedeur, just chill out this year. You know what I'm saying? We got a new stadium coming, stuff like that. We're going to see how Deshaun worked out, and you are our guy. You just got to wait. Because Shedeur, he don't seem too stressed about nothing. He don't. But he did have that conversation but he's like, I almost thought I was, with Shiloh, I almost thought I was getting in the game because he said he was warming up, but he didn't get in the game. Yeah, he's stuck into his rookie years up, guys. Ryan, you're right. He's stuck in Cleveland. He's not going nowhere. He's not going nowhere. Because if he leave, Myles Garrett will blow a gasket. So they can't trade him because Myles Garrett already beefing already. So you got to calm big man down. He's sitting over there beefing. So no, they can't let him go. They can't. They're not gonna let him go. Put it that way. They can let him go, but they're not. They're not gonna do it. I just thank you for reminding me that. You just put it back in perspective. He's not going to the Jets. Yeah, they say he dislocated his ankle. And he was a hard man. He's a hard player, Scatterboo, man. He's gonna be a really nice addition for the next several years up there. He's gonna be good, man. He picked up where he left off at in college. He just run real hard. You said, how can Shedeur be traded if he doesn't have any stats? How can he be traded if he don't have any stats? I don't know. Ask Tom Brady because he won them. Ask the Jets owner. Yeah, but I doubt he's gonna get. He's gonna leave Cleveland. I doubt it. You said if he show out, Cleveland gonna ride with him strong. They've been looking for a quarterback. Since I know he ain't going nowhere, yo. He's not. I think the owner got something up. He might be like, you know what? The last few games, we're gonna put him in there and bring some like excitement to Cleveland. Why they saying Kansas City tanking? It's just a weird season for everybody. I don't know. You said Stefanski golfing buddy is Dan Lanning, and they have the same agents. Also, his daddy screwed over Allen Iverson. Yeah, I know. You talking about Kevin Stefanski? Dad? I know. I remember. That's why I told people the reason why he got that coaching position is because of his dad. I know. This back during the Allen Iverson when he was in Philly. I know. I know. Kevin didn't get that coaching job because he's a good coach. He got it because of his dad. He did. I said that earlier. And you said he good friends with Dan Lanning. But see, here's the thing though. He got to watch out for though. The owner might, I don't know. It's a weird dynamic right now because I think the owner is rocking with him. So I don't know how to perceive all this, but they're gonna wait until Watson contract is up and put in Shedeur. That could be years, Ryan. Damn. Damn, Shedeur gonna have to wait until how old is he now? 22? 23 to 45. He gonna have to wait till he like 27? I don't know. Shedeur will ask for a trade at that point. He will not stay there. Ain't no quarterback worth tanking for this year. You're right, because Arch is yo. I know they're not tanking for Arch. I know they're not. I mean, what's up with Arch though? Is he having an off year? Like, what's going on with him? Like, did he get him a girlfriend or something going on with him? He said Haslam was at Boulder on Shedeur Pro Day. Yeah, he was. He was there. I think he was there. I'm sure he was. And it's interesting. And he knows Prime, don't he? He know Coach Prime. Huh, interesting. I don't know, guys. I can't call it with them. I don't know. He signed in 2022, but he signed like a 8-year contract or something like that. Something like that, Ryan. He signed for over like, it's over. How much did Deshaun? Why Deshaun signed like $200 million? Something crazy. All hype on Arch. Oh, 5 years? God, he signed for 5 years. That much money? Damn. 5 years, 230. No, stop playing. That ain't no, he didn't sign for 5 years, 230 million. Let me see. Let's see. Golly. 5 years? Yep, you're right. Watson signed a 5-year deal worth 230 million, which is fully guaranteed at the time of signing. Guys, it's fully guaranteed. No, it's $230 million. Fully guaranteed. And he has 2 years remaining on the deal. Yeah, Shedeur not going nowhere. Ryan, I think the owner has identified Shedeur is good. Yeah, he's not going nowhere. He's not going nowhere. $5 years, $230 million. You said so. After 2 years, they will trade him, I believe. Okay. Damn. He getting over $46 million a year. God, let me see. After taxes, let's say minus. He looking at $24 million a year after he cleared taxes. $24 million a year, or $23 million after taxes. Yeah, he not getting rid of Shedeur. He got something up his sleeve, and he probably already told Shedeur. I don't know. He may have. Just keep working, man. We got you. Because Mary Kay said in practice, Shedeur is still embarrassing people. He's still throwing darts. She said they're like lasered. It's like lasers he's throwing. She said he's still doing it, whether he's with the second team or not. He's still doing it. And everybody's just looking at that ball in the air. Yeah, he brings money. The jerseys are selling out. Yeah, he's not going nowhere. You said the NFL killed 2 birds with 1 stone, bury 12, and get money back for Watson contract. You mean the Browns, not the NFL. They got insurance on his contract anyway. If he can't play, like if for injury reasons he can't go no more, the insurance will kick in. If I was on Cleveland, I would be mad. Coach Prime live press. Okay, let's see his live presser going on. Okay. All right, let's hear this. Thanks for telling me, by the way. Oh, that's right. It is Tuesday, right? Yeah.
Bunch of times holding myself accountable.
Yeah.
How does one hold oneself accountable?
You check everything in the house. You start off with yourself to make sure you're putting in the time and the necessary efforts that you need to, and the knowledge of the game that you can extend to the staff as well as the players. You just checking yourself. Now you go down and you checking all the coaches to make sure what's being taught is the right thing, it's the right way, and they're checking the efforts of the young men, and we're watching enough film to make sure we're doing the right thing, we're calling the right thing, we put them in the proper situations. Then you go down and check the young men to make sure they're doing their jobs and they want this, that we choose the right men, and do we have the right collection of young men in that locker room. It's a whole lot of checks and balances going on. But you start at the top with yourself. When you look in the mirror, I got to be satisfied with what I'm giving to this university as well as this team, because they've done a wonderful job of blessing me. So I feel the worst. I haven't been home yet. I've been here every night since. I haven't been home yet. So that's how much I care. That's how much I love it. That's how much I embody this university, the school, what they've done for us, the fan base. They come and sell out during every darn game that we are. There's not a seat left. I think it's homecoming. Right? We got any seats left? Couple seats left. Hopefully it sells out again, and they have an expectation, which we've created. So we want to appease them because this is a wonderful place to live, wonderful place to play the game. And I don't know why a young man wouldn't want to go out there and give it his all. This week, I'm glad you got me going. This week, we talked about hobbies. I asked all the team about their hobbies. Some people said, I like to fish. I like to hunt. I like to ski. I like to cook. I said, is anybody compensating you for that? They said, no, I just like to do it. I say, we didn't even tell you to do it, but you like to do it, right? They said, yeah. I say, when you do that, do you give it your all? They said, yeah. I said, well, won't we do the same thing with this game? Because last time I checked, we getting a check to do this. So let's give it your absolute all. Make it your hobby. Make it personal. Make it has some feeling into it that you want to be successful. I've never done nothing in my life where I wanted to just compete. I've always wanted to win, and I'm trying to get that across. Like, everything you do in life, you gotta want to win, man. I don't care if we walk into the cafeteria and I'm gonna be one step quicker. I gotta get there faster. Like, I want to win, and I want to embody that every darn day, and I want that to bleed off into these young men. And a plethora of them, it's happening, and I like it, but it's not happening as expeditiously as I would want.
So you talked about that's part of it, right? Players and staff.
Right.
When you go to a staff member after a tough game like that, what are you looking for in them that will show you that they understand what happened? Okay.
I'm not looking for them. I know them.
Right.
They wouldn't be here if I didn't know them. I'm just looking for the truth. Let's talk about it. What happened? Okay. Why win that call? Whose fault is that? That's how it goes down.
Gotcha. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Brady, last one, go ahead.
Coach Brady King, Denver 7. You mentioned not really having patience. Would you say there is a sense of urgency for the team to flip the script this week?
There's a sense of urgency every day. I don't give a darn what the record is. There's a sense of urgency. There's a sense of urgency at this point last year as well. So, yeah, we want to win every game. We want to win every play. We want to win every down. Like, we want to win. We're not going out there and say, hey, let's just kick it today. Let's just get our butts kicked. That's what we want to do. No, that's not the way I move. That's not the way I get down. I've never been that way in my life. Therefore, the goal is not only to win, to dominate. That's the goal. Sometimes you don't reach that. I'm not comfortable with that sometimes whatsoever. We're better than that. We're better than this. We really are. There's no way we could play like that the last time you saw us play at home, then go play like that. That don't add up. So don't say we weren't prepared. We were prepared. We just got a butts kicked.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. God bless you. You're new. I haven't seen you before. Like I connect with faces. You got my horses, man? No, you don't. I can tell the way you start.
Horses. I got names for you. I got names and numbers.
You got names and numbers. That's all I need. We get some horses.
I'll bring them up. Yeah. Jack, you want to start?
How's it going, Preston? Jack Harlow, Buffs on SI. Pretty solid game
Preston
for
Hodge
you
is talking.
against Utah. I think at 5 pass breakups. Just kind of what led to some of the personal success for you in Utah.
Preparation during the week, studying, watching film, coming in, extra time, coming in after practice, one-on-one with Coach Mathis, you know what I'm saying, and just watching extra film, preparing and going out there and making the plays that were made.
Good, Adam.
Preston is one of the leaders on this defense. What's been your message and kind of the way you've interacted with your teammates since Saturday night's game?
I would just say just keep stacking. We can't dwell on the past. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to get anywhere if we always, think about that last game. So I would just say, just telling everybody, to keep going. We still got 4 more games ahead of us. Hopefully 5. You know what I'm saying? And just tell everybody, just keep going. Just keep trying to chase to the top. You know.
Hey, Preston, Pat Graham, Associated Press. Deion was stressing, basically consistency and stability. We're in week 10. How do you find consistency and stability this late in the season? What do you have to do?
Just relying on being able to rely on each other and staying a unit. You know, even though the season hasn't gone the way we wanted it to, as long as we stay together and we continue to be a brotherhood, I believe no one can stop us.
What's good, Preston? I know Chidozie came to talk to the team, I think, last week. What were your thoughts on kind of just his general message to everybody, especially, from your perspective as somebody who played with him last year and obviously had a lot of success with him?
Just pick it up. You know what I'm saying? He's a big reason of our success last year, and he knows that, he even though he did what he did last season, he didn't get a shot to go, to the NFL. So the words that he is saying to us, they're big. They mean something, you know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, he didn't get to experience the NFL.
President Pat Rooney, Boulder Daily Camera. Coach was just in here. He said he felt like that second play of the game, the long touchdown run by Utah, was really kind of deflating for the defense. And obviously the offense didn't get going and things snowballed from there. But I guess going forward, if another team has a big play early, how do you make sure you don't kind of pack it in and make sure you come back and fight back?
Just being able to shake back, gathering all the guys around when we come to the sideline after that, the play happens, and just being able to tell everybody, I got you, and just putting everybody on our shoulders, you know what I'm saying? And just as long as we stay compacted, I don't think we'll be able to be shaken.
Hey, Preston, Brian Howell, Boulder Daily Camera. I have a couple for you. First off, coming off of a loss like that, is it easier when you know the game before you guys had a pretty big win and you guys can point to that and say, this is what we know we can be?
Say that one more time.
I mean, obviously last Saturday was a bad loss, but the week before that you guys have a big win. So is it easier to come back from this loss knowing that you can point to that and say, look, this is what we can be?
Yeah, most definitely. We know what we can do, you know what I'm saying? Everybody just has to stay together, and we all have to have the same goal. So, yeah.
And then just want to ask you real quick about Arizona. Just what do you see out of their offense? I mean, Fafita's a quarterback that's been there for a while now, and just can you talk about their offense and the challenges they present? Yeah,
they're pretty good. I mean, they run 11 personnel pretty much the whole game, so they're going to be throwing the ball a lot. And like you said, Fafita, he's been there for a minute. He's played quarterback, I mean, since probably like 5 years old. He's a good quarterback. He can hit that deep ball for sure. So, I mean, just as long as we trust one another, we can rely on one another, I don't think we should have a problem.
Last one, Tyler.
Hey, Preston, Tyler King with the Denver Gazette. Each of the last two games, players, coaches have said you guys have had a good week of practice leading up. What was maybe the difference in your eyes that it didn't translate the way it did against Iowa State this past week against Utah, the good week leading up to the game?
I think we were just starting off. We started off slow. Some guys, started off sluggish, and we can't try to kick it in later. We got to start fast and finish fast.
All right, thanks, Preston. Appreciate you. Danny, you ready? Yeah. So Sincere's still going to come up. He's getting some treatment, but we have head coach Danny Sanchez. The team just finished a regular season unbeaten at home, 10-0-2, and there is still, I think we need some help.
All right, they don't brought up the soccer coach, the head soccer coach, Danny Sanchez, but they're waiting for Sincere Brown to come out, but he getting treatment. What did you say, Al? You said they beat the confidence out of somebody? Who were you talking to? You said they took the confidence out of somebody. I don't think they're going with a different quarterback, because Juju, he could play the last 3 games and preserve his red shirt. Or they could go with Staub as I think they're going to go back with Salter. Oh, Shedeur was still there with this offensive line, they'd be in good shape right now. Was Watson good before? You mean was Watson good before he got hurt? Yeah, he was. Watson was pretty good. You said why not try Staub or Ponder? I don't know, man. Start the freshman now. They may lose, but he would get experience. Yeah, but if I was him, if I was the freshman, I would wait for the last 3 games. The reason why I say that because I want a red shirt. I'm not trying to lose these 4 years because he may want to go to USC. He may want to go somewhere else. If he's thinking about going somewhere else, he's preserving his red shirt. Just remember, Coach Prime had a practice for people that want to get in the portal. Remember, he was one of them. He was one of them playing in that game. So he could be possibly a portal player. Think about that. He had a practice saying, like, if people want to get in the portal, you need some film. Juju was a quarterback in that game. And my thing is, they had a lot of press about him coming there. Hey, a lot of hoopla about him coming there. But maybe he's not ready. I'm not in practice with them every day. I don't know. Maybe he showed that he wasn't ready. But yeah, if he's gonna red shirt though, remember he already played in a game, the man above. He already played. He played that game where they all played. So I would think for him, he could play the last 3 games and he'll be fine for his red shirt. You said if he red shirt this year, if he do red shirt this year, you allowed to play 4 games. Excuse me. You allowed to play because you remember Staub red shirted. Ryan Staub, because Ryan Staub has been there 3 years, but on the field he's a sophomore. So he redshirted one of those years. I think it's his first year. So yeah. So usually players do that just so they can have a little bit more time to develop and still get a little bit of playing experience as well. So Juju could still get playing experience, but I would say the last 3 games. And Coach Prime may have already told him that. Like, nah, man, I don't want the way shirt this year. Let's get you 4 more years, because think about it. He really supposed to be a senior in high school this year. Think about that. So this is actually catching him up to his regular class because he graduated a year early. They reclassified him, and he came up to Boulder when he really supposed to be a junior in high school. So maybe physically he wasn't ready yet, but he'll be ready next year. I was just thinking about that because somebody told me, Max, he really supposed to be a senior in high school this year. Okay, that makes sense why they're doing this to him. So he played the last 3 games of the season. That'll give him some experience going into training camp, going into the off season. So, I mean, Coach probably already told him that. Coach Prime has probably already, schooled him on the process already on what they want to do with him. Because if he felt like he physically wasn't ready yet, he'll be ready next year. Because that's really the year he's supposed to be coming in as a freshman. So it is smart to hold him out. I think coach is holding him out. Like it's like let's hold him out, let him play the last 3 games just so that he can have the momentum going into his to next season. Then he'll take over. Like that. He'll have a little bit of experience on the ground, and that's it. Then he'll be ready to take over the ball club. Yeah, they're protecting him. They have to be. I had thought about that. I was like, why are they not playing this kid? And then I thought about it. He really supposed to be a senior in high school. So they may not feel like they have the team ready for him yet. So they're like, look, let's just go into the port. Hold on, let's see what they talking about. Oh no, that's still the soccer coach talking. They probably thought, well, we ain't there yet. So just hold out, get a year to develop. And we're gonna play the last 3 games so you get a little bit under your belt. And then leading into the summer camp and leading to, the first summer camp and stuff like that, you should be ready to go. Because he's gotten bigger, if you notice. It looked like he's gotten taller and bigger. So he's maturing. So he'll be ready. He'll be ready to go. Yeah, he'll be ready to go. I just thought about it. I was like, wait a minute. Because, Coach, he has a very good track record of developing players. Like he developed Travis, he developed Shedeur. He knows what to do. So I would say, and he's a marketable kid too. Because to think about this, he got a lot of marketing. He doing commercials and everything, if you see. So the NIL, everything is there for him already. But they may feel like, no, this is not your year. Next year will be your year. Okay, we're gonna introduce you next year. Because Coach Prime is not going nowhere. I know people say, oh, he gonna leave and stuff. No, he gonna honor his contract. He's not going nowhere. But he do have a quarterback in house. Like, all right, we going with you, and we're gonna put the pieces together and build. Remember, he got to still build that foundation again. And this will be the second season Juju have on his belt. You know what I'm saying? Learn the playbook, stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I thought about. He'd be ready to go. You said, see, you may have to drop her. I know, right? They may have to drop a bigger bag. Because I know USC going to try to go after him again. You know how it is with college football. They're not supposed to contact you if you're not in the transfer portal, but teams do it anyway. They'll have somebody reach out to the parents or something like that. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching. Check me out on the other channel. I'm going to go live over there. Talk about some other stuff going on. Let me give you the link if you don't know it. Shout out to the hold on, let me see. Oh, here we go. Never mind. Here comes Sincere now.
I kind of don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know exactly because I don't want to sit there and hold my head, oh, this team's gonna blitz us because of what they saw last week. The team could come out in a totally different defense. You just never know. But we prepared for whatever, so that's where I'm at.
So just in general, as you're watching Arizona, what do you see out of them defensively?
I just kind of see coverage-wise, they brought a cover 4 quarters team. Just gotta stretch our offense as much as possible. Be aware of the blitz, because obviously they saw what was on tape last week. So we just want to see where they at all angles as much as how they're going to see where we're at all angles. So we kind of just gotta continue to watch film, stay in our playbook as much as possible, and execute when it's time to execute.
Hey, Sincere. Jack Harlow, Buffs-on SI. Just on a personal level, what are some of the biggest things you've learned about yourself through what has kind of been an up and down season for the team?
Personally, throughout this season, like I said, I just trust God as much as possible. That's just kind of, I trust in His faith. I trust in the plan that He has for me for the rest of my life. So I kind of just stay, no matter what I go through adversity, good things, hard things, pretty to ugly. I just kind of just stay in it, just always trust the process, have faith, and just keep going.
Kind of an awkward question, but Omarion and Joseph suffered some team discipline coming back from the bye week. Did those guys say anything to the wide receiver room? Did they, apologize or anything?
Oh, definitely. Those guys definitely apologize because they know how much they matter to this team and the offense as well. Those great guys. I love those guys to death. And they came back this week. They responded well at practice, and they're ready to go.
How do you feel about your season and how things have gone? I'm sure it's been a little frustrating, targets being up and down, but you guys got a big month here ahead with some winnable games.
For me personally, I just control what I control. You know, I trust the process. I don't necessarily go out in the games and expect for myself to have a good game. I just try to just make sure whatever I can do for this team to win and for the offense to execute at all costs.
Sincere coach was saying that his message to the team this week is about hobbies and kind of how you don't need motivation to do the stuff you guys like to do. How have you guys rallied around that message and taken that into what you're putting into the work on the practice field leading up to this week's game?
Because like most people are very passionate about this sport, and this sport is like something that people really, really love. See, like a hobby, some people love it, some people like it. So, it's just something that you want to do. But it's like in this sport, he stressed that because this is something you want to give your all into instead of kind of in and out some days, being inconsistent. You don't really know if you really want to do this or not. But for that message right there, I feel like that was to let us know if we love this sport like how we say we do, we'll go all out no matter what.
Hey, Sincere, John Treach, 9 News. Sometimes you learn about teammates and their investment by how much a loss hurts. After that Utah game, what did you see?
With our team, I just felt like what I'm proud of, we stayed together, and I love how we came out Monday practice and we responded well. Like we didn't flinch, we didn't held back, we wasn't sluggish, we was going all out. We automatically forget it and just focus on the next week. Be ready for Arizona this week right here.
Anything else for Sincere?
All right, that was it. That was Sincere. I would like to see him get more touches. I'm being honest with you, man. Like, come on. Like, I want to see him like just get a little bit more touches under his belt. But we'll see. We'll see what happens next time. Thank you, Demandable. I'll be trolling. I'm trying to figure out. I want to know who I was gonna talk about next. See, the thing is with those shorts, the only problem with those is extending them. That program I'm using is like it's good for maybe 20 seconds. That's about it. I wanted to because I had a whole script made that I wanted to do, but I'm gonna have to go on the other program and do it. You said if they win with Shedeur the next 4 games, yeah, they do have a chance if they win with him. They have a chance, especially in their division. They do have a chance. The only way Shedeur is going to play with the Browns unless Dylan gets hurt. That's the way he'll come in at that point. They will I'm sure they will play him at that point. But we'll see what happens. They have a bye week. So look for Shedeur to be at the next Colorado game. Let me think. So they got the bye week. I'm not sure when he has to report back, but I'm looking for him to come to that Colorado home game to see if he might show up. He's saying he's back in. What's that? He's back in. You said he is. He's saying he's back in YT. You talking about Stefanski? He back in Gabriel. Myles Garrett was pretty pissed. He was. They should use the bye to give Shedeur reps and get him ready to go. This is the great time to get him ready because you got the week, they got the bye week, and then they going into New York, to play the Jets. I definitely will be at that game. I hope he play because I'll be at that game. I'm thinking about it. So if I go to the game, he might even not still play, and I'm gonna be pissed. And then if he do play, I'm gonna be because I want to go to the game. I'm gonna have to see. I'm making a game time decision and see. I wanted to go see Jimmy play. He had came here recently. I didn't get a chance to see him play. I was going to go to the game for see Jimmy play. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. We'll see what happens during this bye week. See what I don't think he's getting traded though. Now that I think about it, I don't think so, man. I think he'll stay. I think the owner likes him. But all right, guys, I'll catch you guys on the next one.